Okay. All right then. Is this just like a thing? The head of the studio always comes in late. Is that a rule? I don't know. Also, hopefully there are no weird internet issues or whatever. I will say I have been having issues outside of like outside of streaming. I've been having, like, my internet's just been acting weird. Don't know what the deal is with that. Redacted. Don't look at that one. I think there was actually... I think there was something leaked. Was it just the title of that? I don't remember what it was. There was... I think there, like, a...
Hello, I'm Dennis Reese.
Something about
executive
their
producer of
game was
Minecraft
leaked.
Legends. And today, we'd like to give you an insider's look at how we're building the PvP multiplayer experience for the game. Minecraft Legends is a new action strategy
I don't remember what it
set
was.
in a lush, dynamic world. It introduces epic storytelling, and you can form alliances with new and familiar Minecraft mobs to stop the invading piglins.
Minecraft Legends will let
None
you
of
play
these
the
are familiar.
story-driven
That's
campaign
not true.
as an online co-op experience together with
I
your
forgot I
friends.
own Minecraft.
And it will also
I forgot I
feature a
bought that at some
PvP
point.
mode where 2 teams with up to 4 players each works to destroy the
But
opponent's team's
I've yet to
base.
play it.
The game will support cross-platform play and online matchmaking.
In order to create the best possible experience, we've partnered with Blackbird Interactive to develop the game.
Who?
And it's been wonderful to see their commitment.
Is
and
that
focus
is that a
on the
name I should
Minecraft
know?
universe.
I don't think it is. I do not think it's a name I should know. I think it's a name I in fact should not know and should not have
Our
heard.
team of developers who are using our background in strategy games to bring a new and
I
exciting
now
experience
possess
to Minecraft.
curse knowledge.
We're super excited to share more details about PvP gameplay.
I will die within a week. Could you imagine if I then died in the next week? That would be weird.
First off, players share their army and resources with their team. This means that individual players aren't able to win on their own. They must cooperate to be successful.
Communication is really important, and you can sort of really tell the teams that gel together because they naturally form roles at the beginning of the game, and as soon as we start...
I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably not going to be a
We have our favorite roles.
huge thing.
Also, the world in PvP is procedurally generated.
Like, do they want this to be an esport?
This means that each PvP session is different than the last.
That it's different every time you play, depending on how the map is generated, where
I
the
don't know.
valleys are, the mountains are, where the secrets are, you know, where the towers are.
It feels like you can't really release a game. Like, I feel like we're past the point of, like, putting multiplayer in things, unless it's like either a major focus or like
They're trying to kill both.
it has to be really good, basically.
So the opposing team is not the only thing you need to worry about.
Beware of the piglins.
Which I don't think this is like a PvP game,
There's something for everyone.
and I don't necessarily get the impression that it was just
Go attack the piglins.
thrown
Search to
in
the enemy base. For
just
players
like last
who enjoy
minute or whatever.
exploration,
But
they can search the world to find resources for their team, hidden treasure chests, or scout the enemy base.
if it wasn't made with that in mind
That's super important.
from the beginning, then
But whenever
I don't
get
know.
into a PvP match, the first thing I try to do is to track down the Regal Tiger. It's my favorite mob to ride because it's really fast, but it's also really cute.
I have to wonder how much the
Players who like
devs
building,
that aren't
you can spend your
QA
time building defenses and upgrading your base, because soon
play
enough
the
your enemy
games
will
that they
attack,
make.
and you need to
I
be
would
ready.
think not that much.
So the first thing I do when we start is everyone runs it off. I open the map.
Like, obviously some, like, you know, they're gonna play it,
First thing I
but
build is what we call an upgrade tower.
I would think
where it's
not
out
as much
away
as you would think,
away from the enemy. So I really pride
or not
myself
as much
on
as they want you to think.
you know, impenetrable bases.
Since the goal of PvP is to destroy the opposing team's base, defending your own base is really important. You have to start with a lot of walls, a lot of towers, and some gates. After that, you can just add whatever you want.
Were they just like dragging that wall to make it, and it's just like, yeah, forget it.
Different layers
Like-
of walls. So my opponents have to find their way through to my base, almost like a maze.
And then once those walls are up, I like to actually hide my ice traps.
What if they just
behind them
break
to
all of the
catch enemies
walls?
off guard.
When it comes time to finally take out the other team, my favorite strategy is to make a forward camp just outside the enemy base. Then I get the biggest, strongest mobs I can as fast as I can and start sending them in. Then I can smash down the walls, take out their mobs, and claim victory.
The real fun of PvP is creating a strategy, having a game plan, deciding how you think you're going to crush the enemy, and then all of a sudden the hosts tell you,
The opposing team just built a redstone launcher.
and you're like, I can't do my attack now. I've got to like build an anti-siege.
Why is there an
tower
announcer?
to
Something about an announcer in Minecraft doesn't seem right to me.
Constantly changing your tactics. And sometimes you're
Like, there, like no one should talk in Minecraft ever,
You certainly find out.
even if it's like a disembodied voice. It's not right.
Back, we had somebody on our dev team use a strategy where they built a bunch of what are called plank golems, which are archers. So they're very weak, but they do a high amount of damage. And he had 40 of them, and he just ran through our base, ran around our tower, and took out our entire tower with such a simple strategy.
And that's why we still love playing it every day, because every game.
And what if it's like super busted at launch? Good job, you told everyone the winning strategy. Yeah, I don't know. Was it Minecraft Dungeons? Was the Diablo-like thing? I don't remember hearing anything about that game. So, like, I imagine this will be a similar situation. Like, it'll come out. I think Minecraft Dungeons was, like, well enough received, but, like, it's not like a must play or anything. I assume this will be a similar, just like, whatever. It'll be fine. It's for the people that want that, I guess. Well, I don't know that anyone specifically wants it, but yeah, it's a Game Pass game. I don't mean as in it's on Game Pass. I mean, of course it is. Any first-party Xbox thing is on Game Pass, but oops. Oh no. Don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. Accidentally bumped it and caused problems.
And welcome to Turn 10 Studios. The team is hard at work bringing you the next generation of Forza Motorsport, built from the ground up.
When was the last Forza Motorsport game? Because I've been doing just Horizon for a while.
Racing game ever made. Today, I'm joined by some of our amazing team members to show you how we are making
I guess I could look that up.
sound real, and feel real. This is Forza Motorsport.
7? Was 7 the last one? 7 must have been the last one. 2017.
At launch, Forza Motorsport features over 500 cars for
Um,
race, and customize.
Right,
with
is
more
that
than
correct?
800 unique
Motorsport 7, Horizon 4,
over
Forza
100
Street?
motorsport cars, the most
What is
modern
Forza
race cars
Street?
you've ever
I don't remember that.
Racing is violent. It's a
Free-to-play racing game developed by Electric Square. It was initially released for Windows 10 as Miami Street on May 8th, 2018.
This makes our driving
It was
experience more
rebranded
fun
as a
and
Forza
rewarding
title
in the way the car
in
accelerates,
2019.
corners, and brakes. Our materials and shaders are built
Okay, so it was
from the
PC
ground
and then it was released on
up
iOS and
at high
Android. Okay, that's why I've never heard of it.
optimized for a cutting-edge
Because for one, it's not even actually a Forza game.
Our paints are sourced using a
And,
spectrophotometer to capture multiple data points of light behavior on a surface. This yields a
Yeah.
paint model that has a much more
Interesting to look at the
realistic
reviews for all of
response
these,
across color,
and
metal flake and gloss.
they're all
Damage
very
and dirt
high.
buildup
The first
is
one was original
unique to
Xbox,
each
really?
car. It's now contextually
Huh,
aware.
I've
and more
never seen that
robust.
cover.
We
I've never seen the
simulate
original
paint thickness,
Forza.
shaping, and directionality.
Also, I'm not paying attention to this at all.
Simulation is more realistic, gathering
Like,
more in
whatsoever.
low-pressure areas like recesses and alcoves. These innovations tell the story of the work you put into a race and reflects the marks and battle scars of motorsport.
Yes, I'm sure people are going to be looking very hard
This
at
is
all
our
that
best
dirt.
sounding Forza Motorsport ever. and the first to be mixed natively for immersive audio formats like Windows Sonic and Dolby Atmos.
Whenever I do hear about these, like when I hear people talk about like Gran Turismo 7, at most people say like, oh yeah, it looks really good, or whatever.
Authenticity for our players.
And it's just kind of like, it ends there.
Change the car sounds in Forza Motorsport.
I feel like this would be the same thing as, yeah, it looks really good. And then other than that, it's just, yeah, how does it play though? Which I know Gran Turismo has some issues, or at least had some issues. I don't know if it's as. I think some of that's been fixed now.
Adapting to its surroundings and creating a realistic and detailed soundscape. New features like our regional track announcer system and improved tire and suspension audio bring a new level of realism to the game. Hear Forza Motorsport like never before. Every tire squeal, every engine, lap after lap.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know what cars sound like at that speed.
Launches with 20 environments built from the ground up for this generation.
Is that a lot?
You'll get to race on iconic fan
I don't know.
favorites, as well as 5
Also, are there fan favorites?
Including our first in
Forza
South Africa,
fan favorites? I
Kyalami.
don't know. Do you mean Forza fan favorites or like racing fans?
Our team comes back with over 3 terabytes of highly detailed photogrammetry and laser scan data. Through the power of the Xbox
I don't know if
Series
people
console,
that
we're able to
play
use
these games are generally really into like
previous generations.
F1 and stuff like that.
Dense grass and overgrowth vegetation, animated track
I don't get the impression they are,
based lighting and
but I don't
volumetric
know.
effects, and a fully procedural cloud system that evolves organically. Tracks
I
look
feel like they're
alive,
usually really into cars, maybe, but
and
not so
feel
much.
alive with cutting-edge visuals and crowds consisting of tens of thousands of fully animated 3D
Like
spectators,
racing.
so you're always immersed.
Then again, I don't know that many people that play these
Time in
games.
Forza Motorsport, fully dynamic time of day with weather ensures a constantly evolving racing experience where no 2 laps ever.
Oh, I was saying something about the reviews. Yeah, the reviews. The lowest one is 79.
Driving surfaces
Motorsport
and
5.
wind ensure that no 2 laps ever play the same.
There's a few above 90s.
I love the detail our talented team of artists have built into Kyalami.
Yeah. These games review well. I was under the impression that like at least the earlier ones were less well received, but it's like no. 92, 90, 92, 91.
The distant light glows of the city.
Horizon 185.
Even the Kyalami logo itself creates visual impact every time you see it.
Yeah, okay. I guess they started taking a bit of a dip in quality once they started the Horizon series, but then those started getting better at like 3.
We're rendering
Well, they
all our
progressively got
environments
better,
in
but
4K at 60 FPS.
even then, it's not like they were
Real-time
actually
ray
bad.
tracing on track to create true-to-life reflections on all smooth mirror and flat glass surfaces. With the incredible detail and rendering features of our track environments, Forza Motorsport is truly a generational leap ahead with unmatched visual fidelity and authenticity.
But
is back, and it's our most
can
comprehensive
I
game
don't know.
ever, with over 500 cars and 20 environments, with more new race cars than ever before. You can experience all of this in our incredible new online racing mode and in our all-new car-building focused single-player career. We cannot.
I wonder how well this genre does, like specifically like sim racers. Like generally speaking, I think they do well enough. I don't think it's in the position of like something like fighting games, like where it's like I don't think it's actually that niche of a genre, because there are enough people that are just really into cars, so it works. Oh, they're getting to that now. Thought that would be last. Yeah, I don't remember what the... I'm pretty sure I saw the name, at least, of whatever their next game is.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here.
No, I wasn't. I'm wondering who decided to make that the actual beginning of the trailer.
Check this out.
Unironically.
It's powering up my new robot arm. Whoa. It's making everything sync up with the beat. Let's rock.
Okay, it's also this trailer is killing the bitrate super hard.
What in the hell am I looking at?
The name's Chai, not Defect.
Is this the guy?
We'll take down this company.
Is this like a rhythm game?
Just so you know, they're in
Or like a rhythm? Wonder if it's like No Straight Roads or something. Yes, I realize it's Tango. It's Evil Within. Yes. Saying it's the makers of Evil Within seems pointless. I don't know.
Rockstar.
Future Rockstar.
I'm Shinji
It does look
Mikami,
interesting.
Studio head at Tang Gameworks. Thank you for all your support over the years.
And I'm John Johannes.
Yeah, it's like when you say it's the Evil Within creators, then that seems weird. But then when you say it's Mikami, it's like, yeah, that makes more sense. Considering he also made God Hand or whatever. And what else did Mikami do? He did other action games, didn't he?
So everyone thinks
I mean, even
that
Ghostwire
putting out
Tokyo would've.
horror games like The Evil Within or spooky games like Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, spooky games like Ghostwire Tokyo, yeah.
Totally different.
Yes,
This game
sure.
hasn't already leaked. Fingers crossed.
It did.
We hope it's a pleasant surprise.
Sort of. I think the name leaked. I'm pretty sure I saw the name already. I think.
新しいものができて、未だにワクワクしてるよ。
でもチームもみんなそう思ってます
I
よ。
swear I remember seeing something about it.
So we've been waiting for this for a long time. So let's jump in and explain exactly what Hi-Fi Rush is.
Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm action game, so it's a bit of a twist on your traditional action game. Here, your moves and attacks help create a living soundtrack. That means
I mean, No Straight Roads doesn't really do anything with
add a layer to the music.
like your attacks
The more you
aren't
blow at the beat, the better
rhythm
you can
based.
connect your attacks and abilities. You are in total control during combat, but everything you do syncs up like an awesome music video. That's
Like that game, it was just like all of the enemy attacks were to the beat of the music, but that was it.
A wannabe rock star and victim of a weird corporate experiment that lets him sense the rhythm of the entire world pulsing to the game soundtrack. As you can see, the beat moves the world around you, and it's the key to combat.
You looking for me?
Your attacks will automatically sync.
This is like a concept that I'm surprised isn't more common, really.
However, attacking
Also, why is the bitrate just like dying so hard?
we call a beat hit. Think a big cymbal crash at the end of a drum solo, like this. Landing beat hits unleash a combo finish that adds a unique musical flair and high damage attacks.
And the crowd goes wild.
Doesn't sound all that wild.
Oh, anyone see the guy that did this?
How about we see it all in action?
I mean, you kind of showed it in action already.
Bring it on.
The animation is really good, also.
You're never restrained by the music. You can jump, dodge, parry, and attack whenever you want, using whatever attacks you want. It's not about mashing buttons. The key here is feeling the beat.
You're not restrained, but if you have to do things if you have to do anything completely off beat, not just that you can, but if you have to, like if you ever like dodge
Your progress isn't blocked by missing the beat, but you get rewarded
off beat, then it's
musically
yeah,
and
that would be
for staying in rhythm.
Annoying.
When we say everything moves to the beat, we mean it. Enemy attacks, cutscenes, dangerous obstacles, you name it. It all syncs to the music, creating an ongoing jam session of a game. To help out is 808, your robot cat companion who literally hovers over your shoulder and helps you find that rhythm. But we also have visual guides to help you even more.
I assume that's something you can turn on or off.
We want you to be able to enjoy Hi-Fi Rush, whether you're Rhythm Pro or not.
I look so cool doing this.
Chai also gets by with a little help from his friends. Literally.
Get up, slacker. We've got work to do.
Chai will team up with unlikely allies who expand his repertoire of moves both in and out of combat. There's Peppermint breaking barriers and juggling enemies, along with Macaron smashing enemy armor and knocking back enemies. Tag teaming with Chai's partners and attacks opens up huge possibilities for dynamic combos and over-the-top action.
Like just like a temporary assist, or how does that work? I guess they won't tell me.
The extra help is handy, because when you're not fighting, you're going to be running around and wreaking havoc all over Vandellay's corporate headquarters, where everything is trying to take you down. You and your partners have a singular goal in mind. Taking down the bosses.
Who is the robot man?
Technologies. Besides wanting to erase Chai for being a defect, it seems they've got something a little bit more sinister on their corporate agenda. You'll fight through each department to take them all on, each level with their own musical spin on the rock genre. And then we have a showdown.
I'm curious as to how long this game is, actually.
So let's get ready to crumble.
Because like it sounds...
Are climactic set pieces, varying from straight-up fights and musical minigames to chase sequences.
It's like No Straight Roads is like the same 9-inch. Okay. All right. That's. I don't know if that's a good idea to have all of those bands, but
Hi-Fi Rush is like nothing we've made at Tango before, and we think it's like nothing you've ever played before either. It's a high-energy, feel-good rhythm action experience that's amazingly satisfying to play.
Pretty rockstar move, Chai.
I could see this game's writing being like very not good. Like, I don't know. No, it's very scary. I'm terrified. Ah, yes, of course. They didn't show you actually petting the cat.
So, not only are we super psyched for you to play this, we're happy to tell you that you can play Hi-Fi Rush tonight. Not a
Is it
demo,
out?
the full game. Seriously. It launches on Xbox and PC a few hours after the show.
Maybe that was what I heard.
Game Pass as well.
We hope you enjoy playing it.
Yeah, good. Super psyched.
Is that a good idea to release it right away? You know, yeah, it's probably fine. I think as long as you don't release a console, you know.
You looking for me?
I think that's it. That's the only time you're gonna have an issue there. If you Sega Saturn it.
Does that mean I have to fight?
I believe it does, sir. How about...
This is entertaining.
Does that would that also mean that there are no reviews out for it? Did anyone review it?
Here's your Project Armstrong pass.
I don't know.
Vandelay campus.
I'm curious as to how much the game is. Because No Straight Roads is like not a full length game. Like that game's, well, yeah, it's like short. It's not a $60 thing. Was this Elder Scrolls? I think so.
Welcome to Hunt Valley, Maryland, and the headquarters of ZeniMax Online Studios. You just saw a cinematic teaser for the Elder Scrolls Online's next chapter. I'm pleased to reveal ESO Necrom, which will launch in June and is shaping up to be one of the best updates to the game ever. If you watched the teaser closely, you saw that Necrom will include one of the most requested features in ESO, a new playable
I didn't watch it closely.
called the Arcanist. It's only our third new class since launch, and we know you're going to love it. The Arcanist wields magic influenced by forbidden knowledge and has unique abilities never before seen in this world. Of course, the experience of exploring
I guess
new
that'd be
area
under
of Tamriel is
Bethesda.
the heart of every ESO chapter.
Yeah, they mentioned that it's out. Bethesda put out a
Not seen in
tweet.
an Elder Scrolls game since 1994, where you meet new characters and enemies, reunite with some old friends.
They
and
don't
explore
have a
story
link to
based
it or
around the return
anything.
of a well-known Daedric prince you just might remember from the Dragonborn Skyrim DLC. For those of you new to ESO, we release a new expansion called a chapter every year. Chapters are essentially standalone
Okay.
games in ESO that let you adventure in a new
I
region
see
of
a
Tamriel.
strange comment
But
that I
you
will
don't
not.
have to wait for the Necrom chapter to jump
I
in.
don't feel need to repeat.
We've got so many amazing experiences you can enjoy right now. If you love games like Skyrim and
Let's
Oblivion,
see.
you'll feel right at home amongst the thousands of stories unfolding across every region of ESO.
Okay, well, yeah, I see an article. Yeah, I see multiple articles. Okay, yeah, so I did hear about it. Tango Gameworks Hi-Fi Rush will reportedly be revealed soon. Yeah.
We've got an entire province that's overrun by dragons. Or questioned if you were capable of taking down a frost troll in Skyrim? Try it for yourself in ESO.
Yeah, it was leaked. It
What
wasn't.
about the moment
It wasn't.
you visited a city in Morrowind that was built inside
Yeah, only the
shell
title,
of a
basically.
giant crab. For the Oblivion fans out there, how about another chance at taking on the colossal Daedric prince, Mehrunes Dagon? Just like any single player Elder Scrolls game, you can have a blast simply by following the main quest line. Or seek out lore and learn more about the world. Become a craftsman. Go fishing.
Yeah, there's just I see all kinds of.
Customize your character. Play it like an action
Okay, there's something from January 1st.
When you're ready, you can
You know, it goes back as far as December 28th, 2020. This was how long ago they copyrighted. Yeah, trademark application. Okay. This has been known about for a while, I guess.
Because our community is one of the most.
Okay, it looks
if
like it
not
was
the
something
most
completely different before, but
on the planet.
I see concept art.
We invite everyone who has not yet experienced ESO to give it a try and create your own stories in our
Yeah,
shared
I don't know.
There's no required subscription and thousands of hours of content to dig into, solo or with friends. Explore nearly every corner of Tamriel with no level
Yeah,
of
they don't
restrictions.
have a link to buy it. Just have a or anything. I don't need a link. I don't need a link to buy it. I just would like to
in addition to previous and current
know,
gen
like,
consoles, including a purpose-built next-gen version for the Xbox Series X and S with high-fidelity graphics and enhanced performance.
how much is it?
An added bonus for Xbox players, it's on Game Pass. And starting today, for a limited time, we're making all past chapters available to explore for any player. So everyone can test drive all of our adventures, including our take on Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion,
You said
and
limited
much,
time trial.
much more.
What?
At ZOS, we have so many passionate and talented developers who continue to add to Elder Scrolls lore by producing handcrafted, epic adventures, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of it. Believe me, we have tons more to share, and I can't wait for the team to show it all to you. Join us after this show for the 2023 ESO Global Reveal, where we'll go deep into all things Necrom. Thanks. See you in Tamriel.
Okay, well, moving on from that, just every other one. Let's just stop watching the stream, I guess. I like wasn't looking at the screen for most of that.
Nobody ever believes things can get this bad until it happens.
Is this game this year? It feels like it was not a long time since Deathloop. I mean, they showed gameplay of this a while ago, so it's like this must have been in development at like the same time as Deathloop.
Welcome to Redfall, Massachusetts, where the calm seas and sunny skies have been eclipsed by a legion of...
Is Redfall a real city?
Redfall is a story-driven shooter at its heart.
I don't
which can be
know.
played single player
Actually,
or co-op
I feel like if I look up Redfall, I don't know what it'll even bring
Choose your
up.
hero, each with their own unique abilities, and form the perfect vampire slaying squad to take back
Redfall, the video game, comes up. I'm not sure that's a real.
Where the world itself is as important as the characters.
I don't think that's a real city.
With
I think that is
Redfall,
made
we
up.
take an exciting step forward, building a lovingly detailed open world to deliver our largest
No,
setting
there
ever.
is no.
Every inch
Yeah,
of our open
fictional
world
town.
is carefully
Okay.
handcrafted and packed with environmental storytelling. Explore the streets of a quaint island town, from the once bustling downtown to the haunted forest to the decimated seaside boardwalk and gorgeously
I
detailed.
almost wonder if this maybe reuses some assets from Deathloop, considering it's also an island.
It's not all danger all the time. There are safe places on the island where you can rest up, chat with survivors, and resupply.
Probably not in like obvious ways, but maybe it reuses some level geometry here and there. Who knows?
This is
People
one
would
place
point it
to
out
see
immediately
from survivors.
There's something I need you to do.
if that were the
Old lighthouse
case.
in the bay. It's been used for over a century to keep boats away from the coastline. If we turn it back on, it's a warning to anyone trying to come to
Some good old
Redfall
red
right now.
barrels.
Easy, right? Well, the lighthouse keeper is a real asshole. Joined up with those cultists and took the damn lamp with him.
Go on, Bert.
Here's a vampire known as
Okay,
Shroud.
are vampires just?
Blanket the area in darkness, disorienting their prey. They hurl lethal projectiles and can even shift through the floor.
I wasn't sure. I was like, how often are you gonna see vampires? I guess you could just run right up to one of them and just fight them. Something about the idea of just like shooting a vampire with bullets seems weird. like, does that work? I'm sure that blue glow is completely fine. Oh no. What's the point of even moving?
Bugging out.
Why not just fight it? Like, so far, the vampires don't seem to be, like, a major threat.
Lighthouse is back up, but there's more waiting for you. Taking down vampires
Especially if it's just one of them.
angers the vampire gods, who will summon the Rook to take you down.
Is this some sort of unkillable enemy?
Let's transition to what you'll find outside of the main story missions. There's so much waiting for you. Redfall is filled with encounters that can pop up anywhere, like this brewery that's fallen under cultist control. Save the locals from being offered to the vampires. Like our past games, you can approach a mission in many different ways.
You can stealth everything.
Always be ready to improvise. Remy uses her combat robot Bribon to help distract and eliminate the cultists.
Would it ever be actually reasonable to not stealth?
We got him, Bribon.
Yeah, it's kind of like Deathloop. It's like, it was very rare where it ever seemed like the right thing to do to just not stealth something. Or it didn't seem like you could play the entire game that way for sure, but you could totally play it all in stealth. Which is always a little weird.
Nice having internet. Yep.
I guess that's the only thing that really annoys me is it's like you can't really just do one or the other. You have to do at least some stealth.
Everyone's safe. Let's move on. Exploring Redfall will take you beyond the bounds of reality as you investigate otherworldly psychic spaces to unravel the vampire's secrets. Take this vampire nest. These deadly layers change each time you step inside. Jacob sends out his raven to tag the enemies below. Dev follows up with his teleporter, instantly closing the gap.
How well can you stealth with 4 players? I don't know. Maybe pretty well. I am curious as to how co-op works. I assume there's some rebalancing it does, at least in terms of health or something. Like enemy health.
Nest, you have to take out its heart, and all of the vampires willing to die to protect.
But also I wonder how much, like how far away you can get from each other and stuff. Because most co-op things don't let you get super far away. I know some games will. Some games will totally let 2 players play in the same game and be on like nowhere near each other, like in completely different like regions.
It'll collapse any second.
Nests aren't the only psychic spaces. You'll find dangerous pockets all over the island. It's all vampire turf, so tread carefully.
Gotcha.
Redfall won't truly be safe until the vampires are wiped from the map. Outside the main story, another one of your missions is to take back Redfall neighborhood by neighborhood. Find safe houses hidden all over the island, and then work your way up to the vampire controlling the neighborhood. To reclaim this neighborhood, you'll have to defeat a powerful vampire called the Siphon. Whether you dive in solo
Also, with this being a co-op thing, I imagine this is either going to be much better solo or much better co-op.
Here, Layla's lift ability can be
I doubt it'll be like necessarily super great in both.
Upgrade Layla's umbrella ability with bullet hail to absorb enemy bullets and release.
I mean, Arcane's a good dev, but I don't know. I've never seen any game balance that super well. I don't think, anyway.
There are many ways to customize your hero's ability.
I mean, I guess it kind of depends. Sometimes it depends on like skill level of everyone, but
Let's get some light on the subject.
Let's hit on the arsenal. There's a wide range of weaponry, from military gear to new vampire slaying inventions, from shotguns to sniper rifles.
Well, well.
And of course, there's also vampire stakes. Find these in the world to customize your weapons. When you reclaim significant sections of Redfall, the last step is to face the underboss who controls, or used to control, that neighborhood. Underbosses are powerful elites of the vampire gods, with their own unique abilities, like this one's shield.
the shield that's a just super powerful ability.
Prove yourself against the underboss, you'll receive a
Shield that slowly rotates around them.
A skull that gets you one step closer to facing the ultimate threat, the vampire gods.
Thank you for visiting Redfall.
And thank you for all the support you've shown Arcane throughout the years.
We sometimes joke that our games can be tough to define. The one thing that's consistent?
We make the kinds of games we love to play.
Are they tough to define? I don't think they are.
We blended everything we love here at Arcane Austin.
Immersive open worlds, unique and customizable heroes, RPG and FPS gameplay.
And of course, our signature storytelling and rich world building.
along with our spin on one of the most classic monsters of all time.
Vampires.
Do you like
It's been
Deus
amazing to
Ex
see how all of us have pulled together
or
to deliver our vision for something
Bioshock?
new.
Redfall is the biggest, most ambitious
You'll
game
probably like the games they make
Our
then.
teams dove head first into this new opportunity, and we can't wait for you to experience Redfall for yourself.
Thankfully, you
They
won't
didn't
have to
make
wait
Deus
too much
Ex or
longer.
Bioshock.
Redfall's coming on May 2nd.
Thank you again for joining us.
And we'll see you soon in Redfall.
Here we go.
I feel like I'd be more inclined to try it if I had Game Pass, but I don't. I'd be inclined to try a lot of things probably, but
There we go. 3, 2.
I've always heard people say like oh yeah, I've got Game Pass for like 10 years for $5 because of the deals. It's like I don't know what they did to get that going, but I don't know. The thing that always bothers me with Game Pass though is just how much they take stuff off, and they don't talk about that a lot, but it's like a lot of stuff just they always add games, but they always get taken off like a year later or whatever. So I don't know how many games are really on there at any given time. Yeah, really the like really bad bitrate is just on this game. I don't know why it's like that. I don't feel like the other games had that issue.
Thanks, and see you in Tamriel.
You have something to do with the color? I don't know. Like it's like too bright. Yeah, that one has like way more particle effects. It didn't have any issues though. Not no issues, but you know, not nearly. Maybe it's just more noticeable because there's less detail. Well, I think that's it. That's about all there is to that. Up next, what's next? I'm good. I'm good. I don't think nah. I'm good. No, that's okay. That's okay. No, yeah, that's fine. We don't need to watch that one. Begins in about 5 minutes. Apparently, there's a countdown. Yeah, no, I won't be watching that part, but yeah. But that's fine. That's some of those games look good. Hi-Fi Rush looks cool, and the other thing, Redfall, not anytime soon, but okay, May release date. That wasn't so they hadn't announced that before, I guess. May 2nd, yeah. I guess I didn't actually the date was new. Yeah, they don't have a link. I guess because I mean you would probably just go to the whatever store. There's a deluxe edition of the game apparently for Hi-Fi Rush. I didn't specify what I was talking about. There's no, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why there's no link or anything. They have all this information on it, but no. Okay, there's a Twitter account. A Hi-Fi Rush Twitter account. It's got less than 1,000 followers. I don't think I'll be following it, but it's there. I mean, I'm on the website now. I assume they have a place where you can a link to buy it or something. Actually, this is just Bethesda. This is just Bethesda's site. Play now. What is the Play Now button? Standard edition, deluxe edition. Can't. It just has information on what those are. Doesn't have anything more. Or even a price. It has nothing. My guess is it's not available yet. That's what I would guess, is that's probably why. Because I assume this isn't 60. Probably like 40 max. Probably. Yeah. Well, anyway. That was that. I don't know that I could rate it particularly highly if there were 2 parts where I just completely tuned out. Granted, that's not their fault necessarily. I just don't care about Forza or ESO. So, yeah. Ad starts in 5 minutes. You know what? That's perfect. I need to start up the game anyway, because we're going to be moving over to SMT4. And then, yes. So, I'll get that started. Yeah. And then I'll do that while the ads are getting ready, I guess. There. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually run the ads. Go ahead and run the ads, and I'll be back in a little bit.